All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to everyone viewing today's event on the live stream. This is Perlumbaan Drift KBS 2025 in conjunction with the D1GP Southeast Asia and the National Drift Series. Right now, we are here at APD Crew Circuit in Serdang. It's round number 1 of the D1GP and round number 3 of the National Drift Series GP. Right now we have Seon, all the way from Korea, coming out in AI Garage's S15. She's putting out her qualification run right now in today's track layout. Good job on the limiter there, Seon. Our next car up on the starting grid. This is the qualification group for FDC. Next up is Michelle Teo, car number 518. Seon managing to grasp 86 points her first run. Michelle not getting the chance to practice yesterday. Car issues. And right now, we're seeing her struggling with the layout. Running off track just after the first clip. All right, and next up in our qualification for Group FDC is Sophia, car number 170. Just now, Michelle Xiao managed to get 16 points. But here's Sophia coming out live in her E46. Taking a nice line. Making a couple of mistakes early on. Off the throttle she goes. Points being put together. Right now for Sophia. But coming up next is Min Vern Kwa, our previous FDC champion. Brand new livery. I heard this car earlier. I was like, what's the V8? And it was Min Vern Kwa's S15. Wow, big angle. I was going to say clean line. I think an axle has shot off the back of her car. We're gonna have to go and grab Min Vern off the track. That is unfortunate. She was pulling out some good lines, and now she's got a mechanical. Her car dropped a prop shaft. That is unfortunate. Some parts snapping. Let's hope that the team has some spares. It is Nissan Silvia, so it's very likely that spares are available on site. Let's hope that they've brought some with them. That'll be a quick fix. But this is the first run of 2 in qualification. Min Vern cannot be happy with that. Do we have the scores for Sophia? 73 points. And Minvan Kwa, respectively, 25 points. Michelle getting 16 points, and before her, Sion getting 86. Minvan waiting for transport off the track. Here comes the towing car. It's the only way any of my cars work or move. Minvan taking home a souvenir. She's going to keep that for later, in case she gets hungry and needs a snack. And now Minvan is going to get her laps in on foot. The day is not over for Minvan, just a bit of a technical issue. Mechanical, as she waves up to the control tower. Her car is going to be towed back to the pits for her to do some work. Got their miracle sure and her back out and ready for too long. All right, Minvan's car. Happy noises as the other half of the prop shaft drags along the floor on every rotation of the wheel. Now, Robbie, would you like to beatbox to the no? A brand new tune. Robbie is writing something down, probably drawing a bad sketch. I'm not sure I want to see this. Kamimoto-san smiling. I'm not sure why, if it's a good or bad thing. Robbie is still sketching now. It appears it is a sketch. Oh, not bad. Would you like me to get my... That is Pete. Pete has smelly feet. Pete has smelly feet. Just in case you needed to know. Once again, if you're just joining us on the live stream, this is D1GP Southeast Asia round number 1 and the National Drift Series, GP, GP2 and FDC. These are the qualification rounds of the FDC, but we just had a bit of an incident with Minvan Kwa's car. The 4th car for qualification, Minvan's drive shaft left the group chat, and she collected it for snacks a little bit later on, and she's going to be taking that back to the pits, and her team is going to do some fantastic work and hopefully have her back out and running. If she does not have the car out and running, for the second qualification run. Then she'll be stuck with the points of 25, placing her in third behind Park Seon and Sophia Kwek, putting Michelle Teo in third. Sophia all able to do another run, so they might better their scores. Michelle might move up. Chance to do much practice. Also had some issues. Just getting the track back up and ready. And it looks like we have Group B getting ready to roll and do the qualifications on the ramp. They're all queued up, lined up and ready to go. And further on, down by the hot pits, we can see all our other drivers ready. Park, Seon, car number 1, 2, 3, ready to do her second qualification run. All right, it's time for us to send our second run for Seon, representing AI Garage. Here she comes, whipping that engine hard on the limiter. Not having as good a run this time as she was just now. It looked like the car ran out of gas. She was on the end of gear 1 when she should be in second, potentially. So now our judges are deliberating. Uno-san, Kamimoto-san and Robbie Nishida coming to a conclusion and grabbing those points. Next up, it's time for 518 Michelle Teo. Shifting into second. Clutch kicking, but keeping it straight and cutting the line. Not feeling her car today. Using the rest of this run as a practice for later. But Michelle not getting good points, as you'd expect. So, Seun managed to grab 82 points. Very similar to her first run of 86. But Michelle Teo getting only 7 points in her second run. Now we have Sophia Kwek. Can she do better? Just now managed to grab 73 points. She's now up at the starting line. Time for that second run for car number 170, Sophia Kwek. BKFD. Here she comes, Team Suzuka. That E46 looking sharp. Oh, massive angle opened up. Flicks it nicely, keeps it together, doing a good job with our throttle control. Incredibly aggressive through that first corner. This is a good run by Sophia as she goes over our crossroads and over the line. Aggressive through that first section. Improving her score, going from 73 to 80 points. Sophia Kwek, ladies and gentlemen, great job there. Min Vern will have to deal with the points that she got from round number 1 of her qualifications. And now it's time for GP2. Now, turning up in GP2, someone who just had practice. We saw her just a moment ago. Will be Sophia Kwek leading the way. Following her will be car number 28, Admiral Rejab Auto Spa. Then car number 78, Miles, Sean Lumbong. Following him will be car number 25, Mark Darwin. And then none other than Blaster Cars John in car number 13. Then, hopefully, Min Vern Kwa will be able to get her car fixed and ready, car number 71. And then it's going to be Terry Pern, car number 17. And 8th, Wilson Chang, car number 125, will be closing off the category. GP2. 8 drivers, maybe 7 if Min Vern's not able to make it in. She's switching cars, so that's allowed because it's a different category. She's going to be borrowing one of the other steeds. A Mark II. Oh, she's going to be jumping in Michelle Teo's car. So her teammate's car. See if she can manhandle that. Woman handle that. Here we go, Sophia. We saw her moments ago getting some great scores from our judges. Uno-san, Kamimoto-san, Robbie Nishida, our D1GP judges here today for the D1 Grand Prix Southeast Asia Round 1, and of course the National Drift Series, FDC, GP2 and GP. It's time to ascend. Tires are warm. Just now, Sophia throwing down a good run. Let's see if she's able to improve her score in this separate category. Now drivers will have to do 2 qualification runs and then their actual run with no mechanical issues. Here we go. Big angle. Powering over. Good throttle control from Sophia on almost the limit of her angle kit. Very smooth run there from Sophia Queck, ladies and gentlemen. Next up is car number 28, Admiral Rejab Auto Spa. This guy pulling out some awesome runs the last time we saw him at Sepang. Pushing his car engine all the way to the end. And here we go, he's back, rebuilt. Always exciting to watch Admiral. All the way on the extremities. Dips to the inside clip. Good controlled switch. Hoofing back on the gas over the line. Admiral Rejab. Next up, once again, car number 78, Miles Sean Lumbong. Different car. Again. Just now, Sophia grabbing 79 points in her first qualification run. Admiral Rejab just seizing the day with 81 points, just above Sophia. And here comes Sean Miles Lumbong in a different car this time. The last time we saw him here at APD Crew Circuit, it was an ER34. Saw him at Sepang a couple of months ago in an S13, and here he is in an S15. I think he just picks the cars by what color he likes on the day. Dua Lima, it's Mark Darwin, LMS Lifestyle Motorsports. Mark Darwin looking very comfortable there in his 180SX. Go visit him at his shop if you got time. Go pick up some racing equipment. Lifestyle Motorsports, Mark Darwin, here he comes. Transitioning from track racing to drifting. Wow, big angle, huge whip. Does he have enough power in that car? He has just enough to keep it in drift with a shallow transition. Clutch kicking his way around the back end of the course. On the gas, over the line. D1GP. Judging, a lot to do with style, not so strict with placement, but if your line is good, then you'll be grabbing more points. And here we have Car number 13, Blaster Cars, John Wong. Brand new suspension setup in this car. Let's see if it's going to help him out. Stock-ish SR20. Smooth run, outside to inside. Being chased down by that drone. Good run on those 15-inch tires. Oh yeah, someone just said it's a beautiful car. I think they're right. Just now, Mark Darwin getting 71 points in car number 25, but currently in first place, John Wong Blaster Cars at 83 points. Great run there. Time to send. It definitely must be the car. The new suspension setup. And now Min Vern Kwa entering GP2 in a separate car. She's going to be borrowing teammate Min Vern Kwa now stepping in to the Toyota of Michelle to do her first qualification run for NDS GP2. Let's see what this Mark II is going to let Min Vern Kwa do. Lots of good wheel work there from Min Vern. Nice switch transition. Keeping it together, keeping a nice, smooth, consistent drift. Inside, a bit of clutch kicking to outside, keeps it together. Very smooth work there. Min Vern Kwa, ladies and gentlemen, just steps into the car and puts on a very good run. $78 points there, Min Vern. So everyone right now in Group A of the GP2 getting 70 points or more. Very, very good work from everyone. But Min Vern, 78 points. Looking like she's in fourth place in GP2. But right now, here comes car number 17, Terry Pern in the Odyssea S13. Good whip. Let's see if he's able to keep it together. He shallows out, drops out of drift after whipping it very, very hard through sector 1. We always say Terry's going to push it hard, but just then he pushed it a bit too hard, overcooked it. Let's see what our judges, Uno-san, Kamimoto-san, and Robbie Nishida have to say about that performance. Next up on the line, 125, Wilson Chang. Wilson in the Team Suzuka Westlake 180SX. Haven't seen Wilson for a long time in competition. Let's see what he's able to do. Whipping it hard. Nice bit of handbrake there. Lots of control, lots of smoke. Smooth transition. But spins it. Not able to keep that momentum. It was looking very good for Wilson. The judges all putting their faces in their hands as Wilson makes that mistake. He was having a good run. But of course it was cut short. Wilson Chang, car number 125, getting 46 points in his first run. And Terry Pern, car number 17, grabbing 26. But there's still everything to play for. Sophia Queck coming out with some mad angles here. Sophia, smooth as ice as she rolls around the bottom end of the course. Swings a little bit wide, but she's definitely having fun with it though. Sophia getting the most runs in today out of any of our drivers so far. But wow. Just enjoying herself is Sophia. Grabbing another 79 points, so matching her previous score. Now it's time for Amrul Rejab. Rejab Auto Spa. Currently sitting at 81 points. Ooh, big whip. Hits that clip, cuts the course. So he's going to have to be happy with his first qualification run of 81, which is already very high points, using the rest of this lap to practice today's track layout. Uno-san giving 10 points for turning up and giving us a good bit of angle on that first corner. 10 points in total for Amrul Rejab Auto Spa. But right now it's time for car number 78, Mile Sean Lumbong, coming out in that in the S15 of Mile Sean Lumbong. Here he comes in the S15, car number 78, big whip. Using a lot of control there on the throttle, running a little wide, but he doesn't try and hunt down that clipping point, so manages to keep a nice drift line. $72 points there for Mile Sean Lumbong. And now it's time to send Mark Darwin, car number 25, LMS. Very cool skateboard sticker splattered car. Clutch kicking his way into that transition into our large third clip zone. Touches our fourth clip. Controlled switch as he goes over the line. Getting some good double-figured scores. It's time for the Suharto of John Wong. Suharto A31. Good switch. Let's see if he's got enough power to keep that in control. He does. Nice and smooth. Overturns in the Suharto A31. I think the track may be starting to get a little bit slippery. It's slippery when wet. A little bit of rain, maybe. John's famous. I think it could be. Could just be one of those John Wong things. He got it Wong. Min Vern Kwa, car number 71. She is borrowing Michelle Tio's car for the GP2 as her car spat out a prop shaft. Here we go. Min Vern Kwa, good angle, more angle than last time in the first run. Squeals those tires, keeping it together nice and smooth. Oh, going to that inside clip. Great control there from Min Vern. Nice switch. Keeps it together. Over the line. Min Vern Kwa, ladies and gentlemen. Putting on another good run. Second run done. Now a man that does need a second run. It's time for Terry Pern. Min Vern Kwa bettering her first run at 78 with 80 points. How are the standings looking now? It still looks like potentially John Wong still heads GP2 with 83 points though. Mark Darwin with 82, sitting just behind him. And here we go, Terry. Clutch kicking away in the Odyssea. Good bit of angle all the way around. Plenty of smoke, but our different judges are scoring different things. You've got style, angle, and line. And in total, Terry triples his score almost with 72 points there, bettering his score of 26 in the first run. And now it's time for another man that could do with his second run. It's time for Wilson Chang. Here he comes, car number 125. Having a great first run just now, only to mess up on the fourth clipping point. Not making the same mistake this time around. Good switch, keeps it together, doesn't get overexcited. Let's see what car number 125 Wilson Chang gets this time around. Oh, 83 points. So neck and neck with John Wong.
John still first because first run, second run is 55.
So.
Okay, GP, D1.
Now it is time for us to call Saita-san, the VP of D1. So we could please have a Saita-san to come out to our judging booth area, please. It's time for D1GP. This event brought to you by Exquisite Motorsport Club, Retro Havoc Rap District, Motorsports Association of Malaysia, FDC Drift Cult, Skylens, JBSN, KBS, Rankan Muda, and of course, Adrenaline Impact with the live feed. D1GP, round number 1, about to get underway. It looks like we got Xion, car number 1, 2, 3. Group A of D1GP. Bullseye doing some intricate noughts and crosses. Who are you playing against, Bullseye? Who are you playing against? Do you want the judges? Here comes Xion in Belstrell's AI Garage. She's fighting that steering wheel as she pushes the car onto its limiter. Good transition, takes the inside clip, whips the car on that throttle, hits the limiter. Once again, over the line she goes. Park Xion, very aggressive style of driving in Belstrell's AI Garage. S15, and now a man, a familiar face, an NDS legend, 811, it's Sarah, KE70. Here we go, this is the lowest powered car we have here today. Sarah hoping for rain. This wheelman knows exactly how to handle this KE70. Off the throttle, back on the throttle. Smooth control from the right foot of Sarah. An interesting car to watch as everyone else rolls out in 2JZs. Sarah pulling out that 1.6 NA goodness. And next up, it's Jeff. It's just Jeff. Here we go. 180SX from Jeff. Car number 12. Big whip, big wing. Nice transition on the inside of the track. Pushes the car to the back end. Inside he comes. On the limiter as he transitions to our final corner and over the line. Jeff JZX pulling out a good performance. And now it's time for 125. We just saw him in the GP2. It's now D1GP Wilson Chang, car number 125. Looking, like he's having some issues, but keeps the car placement good. Jumps to the inside smoothly, grabs that clipping point, switch transitions, gets back on the gas. Great run there, Wilson Cheng. Next up, a man that's been MIA for quite a while. It's Eric Wong, car number 860. Here he comes. Last time I saw him was here at APD Crew. And you know he's been practicing and perfecting this car. Smooth moves, plumes of smoke, good transition. Switches the car direction and gets back on the petrol. 860, Eric Wong. D1GP, bringing the drivers out of the woodwork. Next up, another guy who we haven't really seen for a while. We saw him in Sepang more recently for Seeds, Malaysia. But here we go. Uncle Jet, car number 81. Right now we can see Uncle Jet, car number 81. It looks like he's in a Han Bin's 180SX, a very beautiful car. Uncle Jet, very, very clean technique. OBG, Obergold veteran, waiting at the line to roll. Car number 81, time to full send. Here he comes. Oh, this car is fast. On the limiter, on the handbrake. Switches on the limiter again, all the way around the outside. Calms it down, throttle control to the inside clip. Switches off throttle and back on the limiter, over the line, Uncle Jet, car number 81. Now, coming up, it is Team FRT, car number 69, all the way from Japan. It's Rusei Akiba, switching nicely. Wow, big flick transitions, lots of angle on the limit of this S15. Beautifully through that inside clip. Good transition. Placement of the car, absolute perfection. Uncle Jet there, getting 93 points for his run just before Rusei Akiba. Let's see what Rusei is able to get. Right now it's Norman Agojo. Norman Agojo coming from Thailand. Drive to drift. Big angle. Punches the cone. Flicking the car around to our big outer clip, but skimming half of it away. Gets the line off a little bit. Just falling short of that inside front wheel clip. Norman Agojo. Now a score that I was looking for. We just had Uncle Jet with 81 points, car number 81 rather, 93 points. And after him was another exciting driver from Japan, Aruse Akiba, also 93 points. Those two currently tied for top position. And then Norman Agojo grabbing 81 points. But right now, it's Amro Taufek. Oh, in the S14. Amro Taufek, super smooth driver. He's changed his livery somewhat from green to pink. I almost didn't recognize him. Amro, another one of those smooth drivers. Let's see what scores our judges of D1GP have given him. Uno-san, Kamimoto-san, and Robbie Nishida. Right now, if you're watching the live feed, you can see FLMS's Fish Lee, the man himself, all the way from Kuching, East Malaysia. A man that has podiumed many, many times. Car number 35, Fish Lee. Here we go, in one of the fastest cars out on track. And up. All right. All right, we're going to call a very quick break on the live stream, so we'll be back shortly with a nice, clean track for you. Okay, back with more action from D1GP soon. D1GP Southeast Asia and the National Drift Series. Right now we are here at APD Crew Circuit in Serdang. It's round number 1 of the D1GP and round number 3 of the National Drift Series GP. Right now we have Seon, all the way from Korea, coming out in AI Garage's S15. She's putting out her qualification run right now in today's track car number 518. Seon managing to grasp 86 points her first run. Michelle not getting the chance to practice yesterday. Car issues. And right now, we're seeing her struggling with the layout. Running off track just after the first clip. All right, and next up in our qualification for Group FDC is Sophia, car number 117. Just now, Michelle managed to get 16 points. But here's Sophia coming out live in her E46. Taking a nice line. Making a couple of mistakes early on. Coming up next is Min Van Qua, our previous FBC champion. Brand new livery. I heard this car earlier. I was like, what's the V8? And it was Min Van Qua's S15. Wow. All right, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to D1GP and the National Drift Series. Right now we're here in APD Crew Circuit, and we've got a bunch of awesome drifting to come your way. We just had a bit of a mishap with one of our drivers having a gearbox problem. Car said no thank you, spat something out and dropped a little bit of oil on the floor. Right now we've got all the way from Japan, car number 69, Rusei. Massive bits of angle being thrown out here by Rusei as he pilots the car to the extremity of the track, adds more angle, gets to the inside, plumes of smoke, switches on the edge of that angle kit. Wow, does a 360 spin. He just did a Ridge Racer 360 spin. Whoa, great angle there from Rusei. Now it is Norman. Just now, Rusei getting 96 points here in the D1GP. But right now it's Drive to Drift Norman. A Gojo. Whipping out hard. Having a much better run this time around, but cuts it a bit too short around the bottom part of our track and our inside clip. Good transition though, plenty of power in that S15. But Rusei just now realizing that he put on a very good run with his 360-degree spin after the line. Right now I can see Admiral Taufek warming up his tires in his pink S14. I can feel the rain is starting to come out. Lightly spitting. Not raining wet yet. Admiral Taufek, car number 34, time to full send. Car number 34. Whipping it down the straight. Great angle. Long entry. Goes a bit crazy there. Clips that inside cone. Went a bit too hard on that transition, but now he's keeping it more cool and calm. Robbie Nishida earlier on saying if you do clip the cone, it's obviously bad, but if you're putting on a good display, lots of angle and a good line into your next clip, then maybe it won't be so frowned upon. Admiral Taufek pulling out 84 points, bettering his last run by 3. And here comes Fishley, car number 35 from East Malaysia. Big angle. Good control. Gets that inside clip. Pushes to the outside of the long outer zone. Plenty of angle as he goes very deep and changes his line. Great job there from Fishley, FLMS. Deciding after the long outside clip to go far into the corner and then come back and grab a little bit more speed to the inside right clip on today's layout. Five clipping points to hit on today's layout right now. We are done and dusted with our 2 qualification runs for Group A of D1GP. And we're going to be moving forward to Group B D1GP, and we're going to be starting that off with Mark Darwin, who's currently warming up his tires. The rain is starting to get a little bit heavier right now. A little bit heavier, right? Right, but not too bad. Lifestyle Motorsports. Go grab yourself some racing equipment from Mark Darwin. Here comes Mark Darwin, car number 25. Great angle. Good control. Looks very comfortable with the steering. Accelerates and plants the car to the outside of the track. Takes that inside line. Right inside. Clipping point touched, but bugs out a little bit towards our 5th and final. Next up, it's Admiral Rejab Auto Spa. Here we go, car number 28. Good bit of angle, grabs, keeps the line nice, inside clip hit, pushes to the outside clip, the long outside clip, smoothly moves to the inside with a great line, transitions to the 5th and final. Good job there from Admiral Rejab Auto Spa in his ruby red S15. 63, our boy, RX-7. Oh my goodness. The only rotary in competition, I think. Taking a great line. Very good throttle control. Good job there from 63, our boy. So now it's Minvern Kwa, car number 71. She's driving Michelle Cho's car right now in D1GP. Had a couple of practice laps for FDC in this car. Taking a very good line. Cuts up the track and gets in nicely to that inside zone. Gets that outside zone as well. The clips are hit. And now, it's one of our famous drivers here in Malaysia, Alif Irfan. Car number 97. Which car has he brought out today? Oh, it's his Dark Knight. Used to be the old Ruby Red. Big whip, kills that cone. Second time I've seen him do that today. Transitions to the outside of the track with a cone still underneath him. Taking a wide line as he goes over the fifth and final. And now a man who likes it wet. It's John Wong. Let's see how John Wong can do out here in the rain. It's getting wet and wild out here. The rain is starting to get a little bit heavier. Track is still red. All right, here we go. John Wong coming out right now. Just clips the powder on the ground. Places the car very nicely through the outer zone. Gets the inside clip. Good switch transition. No fireworks there from that performance, but I think the line was nice. Next up, two-time overall champion, Lee Mun-hon, car number 24. S14.9, here he comes. Team Westlake, big whip, oh my goodness, that's some angle. Hits that inside clip. He knows it's wet out. He's really controlling the throttle. You can feel it. Goes to the inside. Car is sideways. Plumes of smoke as he goes over the line. That man truly pushing out some angle to get that inside clip. unnecessarily, you might say, but that's definitely going to score some points in our judges' eyes. Here comes car number 78, Miles, Sean Lumbong, S15. Clutch kicking away. Sounds like the car wants to clear its throat. I want to clear my throat when I hear that car. Good position and good line there from Mile. All right, Miles just picking up 75 points. Here comes Sherwin Chu. Oh my goodness. Clipping that cone but keeping it upright. Smoke, angle, speed, turbo whistle. Sherwin Chu putting on a great performance. Lee Man Hon just now with 83 points. Blasticos John with 77. Aleph Irfan with 76. Minvern Kwa with 84. Our boy with 79. Amrul Rijab with 80. And Mark Darwin with 79. And just now we had Sherwin Chu grabbing 81 points. The last car is Ahoy 55. V8 goodness. He's naked, he's showing his tits. Windscreen wipers are wiping. There's some good V8 powered 180SX action. My goodness. Ahoy 5-5 with his first run. Do you see that? He had his air intakes out. It's dope. Smash it. $87 points from Ahoy, so that closes off the first run for Group B in D1GP. Now we're going to go back up to the top of the list, starting off with Mark Darwin. Mark Darwin coming out right now. Let's see what he does here. As track conditions are changing ever so slightly. Good control, takes a nice inside line. Good placement of the car. Mark Darwin, no issues with the rain. Rain is getting a little bit heavier. Umbrellas are out, windscreen wipers are on. But it's nothing too heavy, nothing our drivers can't adapt to yet. Okay, next car out should be car number 28, Admiral Rejab Auto Spa, in his ruby red S15. We queued him up wrong. So, Admiral Rejab having some issues, potentially. But I think Admiral needs just a moment. So need 60 seconds, I think. Hiroko dancing there on the seats. On the live currently, and dancing. Over there. Literally caught. Okay, looks like Admiral Rejab is ready to roll. Looks like he's okay, he's good to go. Just doing some last minute safety precautions. All right, car number 28, Admiral Rejab Auto Spa, but he's on a smoky one. But he doesn't care, I don't think. Maybe his turbo is on the way out, but he's giving it one last push. Still with a good bit of angle, drops out of drift, loses grip. The car's giving him all sorts of mechanicals. I think Admiral had some known problems known to him, but he was like, I'm going to do this anyway. But unfortunately, things did not plan out. Whew. All right, now we've got boy 63. Our boy coming back up to the starting grid. Here he comes, brapping his way down the start line. Loads of angle, nice inside clip. Transitions from left to right there. Maximum angle on both sides. Cuts inside, gets that inside clip. Makes that RX-7 scream as he pushes that gas pedal down across the line. Now it's time for car number 71, Minvern Kwa. Minvern Kwa in a borrowed car for D1GP. Her car's drive shaft decides to explode. Here she comes. Good transition, lots of angle, holds it together, whips it all the way through that outside zone, keeps it in drift. With the rain now coming down ever so slightly heavier, causing grip issues. But Minvern says, no, I can handle it. '97 AI Garage, Alif Urfa. Here comes the Dark Knight. Big whip. Doesn't take the cone this time. Dances across the track. places his rear end through our clipping point, gets the inside clip. Good transition, 5th clip filled out, and over the line he goes. Alif Erfa. Oh, next up, kereta nombor 13, 13. John Wong. Here we go. He's got a new intercooler, a whole new front end. Is he going to John Wong it? He John Wonged it. Pushed a bit too hard. The floor is a lot damper than his last run. Maybe he hasn't changed tires yet. Now it's time for car number 24, Lee Mun-hon. Time to send Lee Mun-hon. Let's see how he handles this condition on the track. It is wetter, but we saw him just a moment ago without an issue. Here we go, Lee Mun-hon whips it hard, my goodness. Nice switch transition, super confident here. The car is in all sorts of angles that it shouldn't be at. Beautiful placement. On the limit with the pops and bangs. Filling out and ticking all those boxes. Lee Mun-hon, ladies and gentlemen, car number 24. All right. Here comes Sean Perlumbaan. He's got a frog in his throat. Can you hear that? Makes me want to cough. Taking it deep, swinging it back inside. Trying to make his Jay-Z sound like a V8. Oh. And next up, it's car number 7, Sherwin Chu. Wipers are going. One of those powerful OBG cars, Kevlar body kit. I remember the last time he had that Kevlar body kit brand new. We were in a little office by the side of the track and he came to visit us. Here he comes, whoa! Big angle opened up as he switch transitions. Another good switch, pushes the car to the back end of the track. Fills out that outer zone. Outside to inside. Gets the inside clip on the right-hand side. Transitions on the left foot brake. Over our 5th and final clipping point. Track conditions are changing right now. A little wetter. The tarmac will be absorbing quite a bit of it as it's still warm. And of course it's textured, so not too wet yet. Here comes some V8 goodness. Ahoy. If it were too wet, I don't think Ahoy would be able to run right now, as he's got his tips out, his air intakes. Great throttle control as he goes around the inside clip, pushes through the extremity of our fifth and final. Good to have a bit of V8, Mad Max style. Great stuff there from Hoy. All right, it's time for Group C in the D1GP. All right, time for Group C of the D1GP Southeast Asia round number 1. Right here at APD Cruise Circuit. Heavens are opening up, it's getting a bit damp. We've got another batch of exciting drivers for you, pulling out their qualification runs before we get to our top 24 and our top 16 respectively. We have Saita, the VP of D1GP, here with us today. Keeping everything together, we have Uno-san, Kamimoto-san and Robbie Nishida, all doing their thing, scoring our drifters today on their journey through round 1 of the D1GP Southeast Asia. The sky is looking rather grey right now. Cool weather, I must say. So it's not too bad out here, temperature-wise. This event brought to you by Exclusive Motorsport Club, Retro Havoc, Rap District, FDC, Driftology Colts, Skylab Productions, and of course sanctioned by MAM. Here's Anson Tan in the E90. Next up is Stan. Stan. These guys are checking out the track now as weather conditions have changed. If you want a turbo to sound like that, go find Sparky Tan and he will tell you how to your car. Next up to check the track out is birthday boy, Wai Fu Sing. The next driver up in Group C to check the track conditions out. Car number 90, Ben Aki Speed. He's just warming up his tyres. Oh no, here he comes. Different car today. I'm used to the green Hulk, but oh no, this is Wai Fu Sing, of course, 87. Checking the track conditions. Oh. Testing his angle kit. On the limit. Here comes Along Fazrin. More VA goodness. Pushes the car, launches it forward. Control it, he does. Loads of angle on display. Good control there from Along Fazrin. Very talky car, but no problem with it. And next up is our trio from Thailand, Drive to Drift. Starting off with Pei, then we'll be having Pop and Pond. Here we go. Lots of throttle there from Pei. Goes very, very sideways, but locks in that angle and gets it around the back end of the track. Dips through to the inside. As his car gurgles away back to the pits. The hot pits. Next up it's Pop. Oh, reverse entry, angle driving, holds it together though. Good control here. Crab walks it to the inside clip. Now it's time for Pond. The last of our 3 Drive to Drift Thailand drivers. plenty of feathering going on at that throttle. Great angle, but loses momentum. Going slideways around the fifth and final. And now it's time for us to go back to the top and start to score our Group C drivers, starting off with car number 98, Anson Tan in the E90. I don't know what the history of Anson Tan's E90 is. Very nice looking car, brand new body kit. So new, it's not been painted or had stickers added to it. It's got a very interesting contraption on his door as well. 1,000 kilograms of torque, I can't even pronounce that, and 800 something horse ponies. My goodness, that's a lot of power. And they obviously spent all the time putting the horsepower into the car instead of painting it. It's time to full send here at the D1GP Southeast Asia. Round number 1, Group C qualifications. A bit of angle, good switch, controls it. That brand new body kit taking a beating. Anson turns around to look at his bumper as he hits the limiter. If anyone needs a bumper for their M3 E90, there's one on the track right now. First to get there claims it. And now it's time for S-Tan. Smoky Tan. He's not going to be very smoky this time around. But in the wet, Stan is a pretty good driver, good control. Number 18, Stan, on the way out of the starting gate. This man, very good at driving in the wet. Let's see what he's able to do here. Good control, good throttle input. Gets that rear left wheel all the way through. A lot of angle on this transition. Switches it up to our fifth and final outside clip. Track is wet. It's now not about power. It's all about control. Now it's time for birthday boy Gui Fu Sing. it's Gui Fu Sing's birthday, so because it's his birthday, he's come to work today, essentially. He needs to bring the cake for everybody. Yes, it's a horrible office thing from England. If it's your birthday, you've got to fork out the money for a birthday cake. But donuts will do. Just one donut each. One donut. But not that kind of donut. No, not the donut on track. A pastry, patisserie donut with icing. Gui Fu Sing, Drama King, here we go. Struggling with traction here with all that power. But making a dance as it should. Let's see if he can get enough momentum. Smoothly moves around. Oh, crab walks it. Is he still in drift? I don't know, that's up to Robbie Nishida to decide. So did he bring the cake? Bullseye, is that you?
Yes, hi Peter.
Oh, hello.
So anyways, let's just sing a birthday song.
Happy birthday to Gui Fu Sing. Happy birthday to Gui Fu Sing. Happy birthday to Gui Fu Sing. Because you're going to buy all the cake for everybody. Happy birthday to you. Donuts all round.
Around, not in the drive.
Not yet for the judges. Here we go, Ben Aki speed, pulling out a lot of angle, but controlling it on the edge of that angle kit. DK Knuckles is it. He's crab walking, he's trying to keep it in drift. He hasn't dropped out of angle on the front wheels yet. But that is unfortunate there. Slaps another cone on the exit. Now, ladies and gentlemen, once again, this is the qualification round for our drivers in Group C. So this doesn't mean this is who's winning and who's losing, but it does give them a good place as they move forward to the top 24. This is only the first half of qualifications for Group C. They still have another chance. Now it is 187 along Fazrin. NA V8 goodness. India's champion. Let's see what along Fazrin is able to do. Oh! Lots of angle, no problem. Good switch, feathering the throttle, slaps a cone, slaps two cones, keeps that momentum, twerks the car around the bottom half. Keeps it calm and collected around the fifth and final. Ladies and gentlemen, along Fazrin. And now it is time for Thailand's Pay, car number 15, Drive to Drift. All right. So right now, Pei is very wet right now. He's about to slip and slide. He's going to slip and slide around on the track. Spraying water everywhere, hopefully not on the crowd. Here comes Pei. Really handling that car on the handbrake. Controls the speed, keeps that momentum. All the way through the clipping point. Gets a fourth inside clip. Good control all the way through the fifth and final as he sprays water all over the cameramen. Just in their face. Squirting it, yes, from the tires. Now it's time for teammate car number 89, Pop. Perlumbaan Drift KBS 2025. And this is the D1GP as Pop whips the car from left to right. Great transition. Great control, and he's going around this track at a very good pace. For such wet conditions, gets a nice inside clip. Great throttle control. Pushes the back end of the car around the fifth and final. Great job there from Pop. Kereta number 95, it is Pond 95. Pond is coming. Whips it from right to left into that transition. Great angle. Very fast for this wet track on the handbrake. Controlling it, taking a beautiful line. Just nudging those cones with the front end of the car. Fills out entirely our fifth and final outer zone. Ladies and gentlemen, Pond, car number 95. Now it is time for the second run in qualification for Group C in D1GP here at APD Crew. Brought to you by Exquisite Motorsport Club, a Retro Havoc Rap District, sanctioned by MAM. Also brought to you by Driftology Cult, Skylens, Adrenaline Impact. Also KBS, JBSN and Ranka Buddha. Here comes Ansantan, car number 98. 1,000 kilograms of torque. Plenty of angle. In his tactical grey. Look at that. Pushing it on the limiter to get that momentum. Good control here as he rolls through our fifth and final outer zone with the left, the right rear. Great amount of points grasped by Ansantan with that performance. That was a very good run points-wise from Ansantan. And now it's time for Smoky Tan to come out of our track from our long outer zone to our short inner clip. And now it is time for Birthday Boy Waifu sing a song. Second time out here in qualification. Track conditions are definitely wetter now, but I think he's going to be able to pull it off this time. Oh, Opens up more angle, but keeps the momentum going. Goes deeper, just like Stan did, to make sure he was able to reach the fourth inside clipping point on the front right. Great job there from Goi Fu Sing. Next up, second run, Group C. It is Ben Akispeed, car number 90. Here comes Ben Akispeed. Oh, taking it very easy on the throttle. Nudges a cone, but very, very sideways before that transition. Let's see how deep he gets it. Middle of the track, good work. Love taps yet another cone. Keeps it together around our fifth and final. Good job there from Ben Akispeed. Let's see what our judges will score him. Next up, the third from Team FRT along Fazrin 187. V8 coming out to play. The conditions are not looking much better here. Still wet, and it looks like it's going to get wetter as we move past the 2 o'clock point here at APD Crew. Track is green. Cones have been replaced. Time to send along Fazrin. Now it's time for car number 15. All right, here comes Payne. Going to right, now it is time. Right, now it is time for the third out of the team drive to drift. Pond. Sembilan Lima. Sembilan Pulu Lima. Okay, here he comes, Pond. Big angle, looking very confident. Not worried about the wet conditions at all. I want to know what tires this guy is driving on. Keeps the angle reasonably shallow. Keeps the momentum. Great car placement. Looks very smooth with it. Pond, ladies and gentlemen. And with that, we have closed out Group C of qualifications for D1GP.
Oh, there's a camera over there?
There is, yes, there we go. Just up there. So our wonderful D1GP judges and our VP, Saita-san, all here today. Calling the action. Me over here. Peter, hello, how are you all doing at home? Actually, home right now is a nice place to be with some snacks and air conditioning on. But maybe later on the sun will be out and you can come down and flood APD Crew with your presence and witness some of the action firsthand. All right, let me check out what is happening right now in about an hour's time. Bye.